The Free Soul, Part 3. There is another form of this question, a little lower, but more practical and illustrative. What produced this delusion? Can any reality produce delusion? Certainly not. We see that one delusion produces another, and so on. It is delusion always that produces delusion. It is disease that produces disease, and not health that produces disease. The wave is the same thing as the water, the effect is the cause in another form. The effect is delusion, and therefore the cause must be delusion. What produced this delusion? Another delusion, and so on without beginning. The only question that remains for you to ask is, does not this break your monoism? Because you get two existences in the universe, one yourself and the other the delusion. The answer is delusion cannot be called an existence. Thousands of dreams come into your life but do not form any part of your life. Dreams come and go, they have no existence. To call delusion existence will be sophistry. Therefore, there is only one individual existence in the universe, ever free and ever blessed, and that is what you are. That is the last conclusion reached by the Advaitists. It may then be asked what becomes of all these various forms of worship. They will remain. They are simply groping in the dark for light, and through this groping light will come. We have just seen that the self cannot be itself. Our knowledge is within the network of Maya, unreality, and beyond that is freedom. Within the network there is slavery. It is all under law. Beyond that there is no law. So far as the universe is concerned, existence is ruled by law, and beyond that is freedom. As long as you are in the network of time, space, and causation, to say you are free is nonsense, because in that network all is under rigorous law, sequence, and consequence. Every thought that you think is caused, every feeling has been caused. To say that the will is free is sheer nonsense. It is only when the infinite existence comes, as it were, into this network of Maya that it takes the form of will. Will is a portion of that being caught in the network of Maya, and therefore free will is a misnomer. It means nothing, sheer nonsense. So is all this talk about freedom. There is no freedom in Maya. Everyone is as much bound in thought, word, deed, and mind as a piece of stone or this table. That I talk to you now is as rigorous in causation as that you listen to me. There is no freedom until you go beyond Maya. That is the real freedom of the soul. Men, however sharp and intellectual, however clearly they see the force of the logic that nothing here can be free, are all compelled to think they are free. They cannot help it. No work can go on until we begin to say we are free. It means that the freedom we talk about is the glimpse of the blue sky through the clouds that are real freedom. The blue sky itself is behind. True freedom cannot exist in the midst of this delusion and this hallucination, this nonsense of the world, this universe of the senses, body, and mind. All these dreams without beginning or end, uncontrolled and uncontrolled, ill-adjusted, broken, inharmonious, form our idea of the universe. In a dream, when you see a giant with 20 heads chasing you and you are flying from him, you do not think it is inharmonious. You think it is proper and right. So is this law. All that you call law is simply chance without meaning. In this dream state, you call it law. Within Maya, so far as this law of time, space, and causation exists, there is no freedom, and all these various forms of worship are within this Maya. The idea of God and the ideas of brute and of man are within this Maya, and as such are equally hallucinations. All of them are dreams. But you must take care not to argue like some extraordinary men of whom we hear at the present time. They say the idea of God is a delusion, but the idea of this world is true. Both ideas stand or fall by the same logic. He alone has the right to be an atheist who denies this world as well as the other. The same argument is for both. The same mass of delusion extends from God to the lowest animal, from a blade of grass to the Creator. They stand or fall by the same logic. The same person who sees falsity in the idea of God ought also to see it in the idea of his own body or his own mind. When God vanishes, then also vanish the body and mind, and when both vanish, that which is the real existence remains forever. There the eyes cannot go, nor the speech, nor the mind. We cannot see it, neither know it. And we now understand that so far as speech and thought and knowledge and intellect go, it is all within this Maya, within bondage. Beyond that is reality. There neither thought nor mind nor speech can reach. So far it is intellectually all right, but then comes the practice. The real work is in the practice. Are any practices necessary to realize this oneness? Most decidedly. It is not that you become this Brahman, you already are that. It is not that you are going to become God or perfect, you are already perfect. And whenever you think you are not, it is a delusion. This delusion, which says that you are Mr. So and Mrs. So and so, can be got rid of by another delusion, and that is practice. Fire will eat fire, and you can use one delusion to conquer another delusion. One cloud will come and brush away another cloud, and then both will go away. What our practice is then? We must always bear in mind that we are not going to be free, but are free already. Every idea that we are bound is a delusion. Every idea that we are happy or unhappy is a tremendous delusion, and another delusion will come that we have got to work and worship and struggle to be free. And this will chase out the first delusion, and then both will stop.